Hey guys, what's up? The name's Amber Willow and welcome back to The Grove. I'm here to once again rant about California. Anyways, today I'm here to talk about my favorite place in, like, the world. Disneyland. Disneyland! It's so amazing and just, like, it is the happiest place on earth. My favorite place, aside from Disney World and Disneyland Paris, France. The Disneyland here in California is awesome. I mean, it's great. It's beautiful. It's a good place to just spend a day or so with your family, just chilling, hanging out. It's pretty doggone amazing. But there are some things about it that'll make you want to scream. What I'm talking about is the lines, the screaming children, the so-so food at times. Most importantly, the lines. Disneyland is awesome. Completely and utterly awesome. Except for the lines. The lines are horrendous. It's ridiculous. You can stand in line for up to 2 hours. No, more than that sometimes. Every time there's like an opening of a ride or something breaks down, you can end up in line for a lot longer anyways. But just ridiculously long wait lines for a ride that's going to last up to 5 minutes. That's it. Sometimes not even that long. It's like 2. Most of us are totally okay with just, standing in line to get on a ride for a minute or so. And we do it. Just like we shell out hundreds of dollars just to get into a theme park. No, it's absolutely ridiculous. What has the world come to where we spend all of our money for pleasure? There's a dirty joke in my mind, but I'm not gonna tell it. What I mean is, Disneyland's lines are awful. They're god-awful. But they're only trumped by the screaming children. Screaming children make Disneyland a hellhole. It's pretty bad. I'm talking about the children that'll stand there and be like, Mommy, 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 I want to get on the ride, Mommy, I want a toy. Shh. These children are ridiculous. They don't know when to shut up. Stand there and be good little angels that they can be. Instead, they just run around, going crazy, screaming their heads off, licking the railings for, the stinking walkways when you go on lines. Who licks a railing? Do you know how many germs are on that thing? It is ridiculous. They're so terrible, and I can't even blame the kids anymore. I have to blame the parents, because the parents nowadays don't realize that every now and again you have to just smack a kid. So, number 3 on my list about Disneyland was the food. Some days you go to Disneyland and their food is spot on. You walk into a line, you get your food, and then you're sitting there like, dang, this is the best pizza I have ever put into my mouth hole. You can't even fathom how they make pizza so good. And then there are days that you walk into Disneyland, you get a burger, you take a bite out of the burger, and you're like, what the heck did I just put in my mouth? You spit it out, you look at the people, and they can't tell you nothing. Just, I'm sorry. People at Disneyland, they don't really care to help you too much. Well, they do. They should. Some of them don't. Some of them are really mean. It's supposed to be the happiest place on earth and they're standing there with a frown. The food at Disneyland can either be really awesome or really just blah. So, I'm going to take you right on back to my last point, which were once again the lines. Now, this isn't the ordinary lines that we're talking about here. We are talking about the admission lines to the happiest place on earth, because we all know that they're bad. The lines at Disneyland, especially to get in, are pretty bad, especially when you have a bus of school children that has just pulled up and you're here with your friends like, I'm looking cute, I'm looking fly, I'm ready to ride a couple of rides here at Disneyland and do my thing, and then all you hear is, we're at Disneyland! You hear all of this screaming and yelling, and you see children rushing at you. There they are, all in their same t-shirts, running like wildebeest. These children are absolutely ridiculous. The ones that have gone and lost their minds, and they lost it ages ago. These children, they have known that they were going to Disneyland for a while, and so they're ridiculously insane. They are the ones that have been waiting to go here, the ones that don't normally get to go to Disneyland unless it's for a field trip, which isn't very often, because California students and schools can't really afford to send their students to Disneyland. These crazy children that run up and are like pushing you aside and elbowing you and your friends when you thought you were looking cute and fly, and so then by the time you finally get through that gate to get into the most happiest place on earth, you look a hot mess. So then when that cute guy walks by and you're like, hey there honey, all he sees is a face full of like ratchet makeup and messed up hair. There's nothing you can do about those kids. You can't be like, dial 1-800-SMACK-A-HOE, because teachers can't hit kids, especially not in California. Here we are, at the end of another video. I'm so glad you decided to join me. It's wonderful, wasn't it? Magical. The most happiest place on earth. So thanks for coming to the Grove again. You know, maybe this time you'll consider planting your roots and, I don't know, staying a while. See you later.